What's going on, people? Thank you for checking out another one of my beer reviews. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And today I'm going to be doing a review of the PerfectDraft version of Franziskaner Kellerbier, or as I like to call it, Franziskaner, just to give it that real sort of German touch. I've never tried this beer out of a bottle, on tap, or anywhere, so it's my first time trying it, and it just happens to be on the PerfectDraft. What a lucky boy I am. Well, I say my first time trying it, this keg is my first time trying it. I have actually had a few pints already over the last couple of days. And one thing I will say straight away is I didn't instantly like this one. And I'll go more into it as I'm reviewing the beer as to why. However, it's a bit like the old fella downstairs. You know, it's a grower. The more you have, it kind of grows on you. You know, a bit like me old boy, I would say. This beer, of any beer I've had, reminds me the most of my penis. Anyway, let's do the pour. I haven't got a Frankie Keller glass. I'm just going to stick it in this because it's a German Weiss beer glass. No other real reason. And I've tried pouring it in various different glasses, and they've all been quite disastrous, to be fair. So this is a bit of an experiment. I've tried it in like a small stein. You know, it's been a bit of a lively one, let's say. A bit of a lively one. Hopefully I'll absolutely nail it on the review, but you never know. We'll see. Let me know if you tried this one, guys, on your PerfectDraft, or out of a bottle, or in Germany perhaps. That will do. That's not too bad. I can live with it. In fact, I'm actually quite impressed. I think that's the best pour I've done of it yet. Maybe this glass is decent for a Keller beer. Waiting. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a look at the beverage in the glass. It's shouting that I didn't do a particularly good job of cleaning it. This glass is so tall, it's hard to get down the bottom there. Colour wise, it's kind of a murky, orangey, coppery, interesting sort of colour that you could probably call one of a few things, whatever you fancy. I'm going to go for a coppery amber sort of colour. Very creamy head, compact bubbles. It looks like a Weiss beer. Now, Keller beers, the reason you got that sort of name at first, and well, what's a Keller beer? What's a Keller beer? Well, I don't exactly know, but I'll tell you what I do know. It's a traditional German style beer. It's a lager, I think, kind of, and it's a unpasteurized, unfiltered lager, as you can see, which is why you've got this colour. It doesn't look crystal clear, and the fermenting process of a Keller beer is actually done cellar temperature, hence the name Keller, cellar. You know, they rhyme. You know, so I don't know much about it, but I am learning on my beer journey as I go along, and I fill you in with the stuff I learn. That's what I've learned about Keller beers. Anyway, let's get the old hooter in there and check out the Aroma Franziskaner Kellerbier. Oh, yeah, it's very yeasty, very, very yeasty. Bready and yeasty and grainy like aroma, not a massive aroma. It almost smells a bit like a Weiss beer without the banana, you know? Is there a bit of spice? Very subtle, perhaps. Yeah, it does remind me like a Weiss beer with no nanas, which is very interesting. In fact, the style, because of course I have already tried this, does remind me a bit like a lagery Weiss beer, sort of. I don't know, because there are things that are missing. Anyway, let's chuck it down the neck and let you know if I think it's worth a buy. A price point on this one, it cost me £30.32 for the keg, which is 10.5 pints, which equals to £2, I'll write it down, £2.25 a pint it works out. But this is a German beer on tap, you know, so if it's really good, it's worth it. And Franziskaner, or Franziskaner, I've been going since the year 1363. So they got a thing or two as far as knowledge goes, you know what I mean? Anyway, cheers everybody. Bosh. Oh, that's cold. Oh. I was drinking it at 5 last night at 5 degrees, and it's really cold now. Plus I've just come back from the shop and I'm sweaty, so it's probably making it colder. Let me go again. That was a bit of a shock to the system. Great smooth mouthfeel to this. Exceptional mouthfeel. Now, I was saying before, I didn't grow on this one straight away. The first pint I had, I was really disappointed, because after that kind of beautiful mouthfeel, it hit with malts, right? But I mean, these malts are incredibly sweet. And you know, if you watch my channel for some time, you'll know that I'm not a big fan of sweet beers. And I was like, oh, for Christ's sake, I'm drinking it. This is too sweet for me. This is too sweet for me. But I managed to fight my way through the first pint. So then, as you do, I thought I might as well have another one now. But then by the time I got to the bottom of the second pint, I was really starting to dig that sweet, malty, yeasty taste to this beer. I actually started liking it for the reason I didn't like it, which is really weird. But then again, I'm really weird. You know, I don't like sweet stuff, and I didn't like it because it was too sweet. But then all of a sudden, I started liking it. And it don't make no sense. It just grew on me. I don't know why. As I say, like the old boy downstairs, it's a bit of a grower. So if you do try this, persevere with it, you know. You know, don't expect it just to grow straight away. You know, caress it, love it, take your time with it. And you never know, it might just become aroused, like I did. But it is sweet. But once you start to appreciate that sweetness, it's like bloody liquid bread in a glass. It really is. Liquid bread with like some slight caramel tones. Another thing I didn't really like about this, on that first original kind of few pints, you know, was there's no real finish on it for me. I like a bitterness. I'm a bit of a whore for a bitterness. There's no real bitterness to this. It's a little bit simple. There's nothing that really stands out about this beer apart from the mouthfeel and that hit straight at the beginning with that liquid bready malts, which are very sweet with a touch of caramel, which I didn't really like. Not that much else happens. I like a bitterness to finish things off, and there's no bitterness to really counteract that sweetness. So I found it a bit imbalanced, a bit heavy at the front with nothing to sort out the sweetness. But as I started drinking more, I started getting some spice notes coming through and a gentle sort of floral note coming through, which I'm not particularly getting on this pint, if I'm honest. So perhaps it takes a while to sort of make love to your taste buds. I've noticed the first pint I don't enjoy that much. It's weird. It is strange. Perhaps I'm still hungover or something. Maybe that's what it is, and it's like the kind of, you know, the first one's a bit rough, but you know, I don't get that with all beers. I know after this one, the next one's going to go down better. It's a very strange experience, but it's enough to stop me giving it a big boy mark, if you know what I mean. But once, because I do have to go through that initial pint or two before I get into it, but once I get into it, it's like there's nothing better. It's such a strange beer for my tastes, you know, and you may not get that weird sort of not enjoying the first few pints. You might not be a grower. You might just have a sip and you're rock solid and you love it. You know, you might not be like me, but I'm just telling you my personal experience with this beer. So yeah, I mean, if it tastes like it does after a few pints from the first pint, I'd be going 9.8. But just because of that time to grow into the beer, which in a way is kind of enjoyable, because you know that it's getting better and better and better as you're drinking it, kind of thing, you know. And once you really get into it, it's dangerously enjoyable. Well, it's 5.2%, by the way. I don't think I even mentioned that. Schoolboy error. 5.2%. And once you start getting into it, you start feeling that 5.2 a bit as well. But yeah, I'm going to give it perhaps a slightly controversial 8.5 out of 10, because I know some people would go at bang 10. Some people, this is their favourite keg. But you know, we're all different. And for me, it's just that warming, that taking a bit of time to get into it that just discourages me slightly, you know. But once I appreciate it, it's a fantastic beer. It really is. I wouldn't argue with anyone who says it's their favourite beer. You know, but it's just that lack of bitterness on the finish, you know, which may not really be a thing for the style. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's me. 8.5 out of 10 from the Beer Monster. Let me know your thoughts on this beer if you've tried it. Let me know if you enjoyed the review. Hit the thumbs up button, let me know. Thumbs down button if you think it was a load of crap. Consider subscribing to the channel if you've not done already, boobies. Till next one, bye bye darlings. Bye.